almost done here. Worst case scenario exercise. What's the worst thing that could happen? The absolute worst. If you just went and did the thing you want to do, but you're scared to do it. I want somebody to volunteer. Yes, tell me. Well, no, but well, that's the fear. But what's the thing? You might have just answered the whole riddle for me anyway. But I want the specific thing you want to do, but the thing that you don't want to do, you don't do it because you have so many stories about why you can't do it because A, B, and C is going to happen. So you want to get a manager, but you're really like holding yourself back from getting a manager because worst case scenario is you get a manager and let's say you don't have the talent to fulfill what it is that they're looking for. I have a person who just like, she's just booked like 5 huge jobs and she's like, it's really amazing to be booking these things, but then she's also like, oh my God, now I got the job, can I do it? So those things happen. You're going to have that part also, you know, and I'm like, of course you can. You got the job, meaning they already see that you can do it. Okay, so what's the worst case scenario? You get the manager and then they start to send you out and it just goes all gefilte fish. So what's the worst thing that can happen?
The manager drops me.
Okay, and then what's the worst thing that can happen?
I never work again.
And then what's the worst thing that can happen?
I die?
Oh, you just went right there. I mean, that's pretty much the worst. See? So here's the thing. Sometimes it takes people like 10 steps to go backwards to realize this is so crazy how we hold our dreams in fear as opposed to possibility. So that we all laughed about that. But that's, you see, that's how ridiculous your mind connects to the fear rather than the truth of like, why can't I get a manager? I don't have to be Meryl Streep. I'm okay who I am. I've got a modicum of talent. Last I checked, I was a human being. I have a story to tell. I've lived through pain and hope and joy and love and desire and tragedy. I'm here. Now that's a better way to start than the fear keeping you from starting. Got it? So can we all try that? The thing that you're scared to do, what's the absolute worst thing that could happen, and you're still going to do it anyway. And then that's the last point. If there's one thing that you could do today, that if you weren't scared about blank, what could you do to move forward in making that happen? People, do you all have one?
Yeah.
So your reason, the filling in the blank part, it isn't real. It's just not a real problem. You're making it a real problem because that may have been a part of your life for a certain amount of time. That may be part of the collective story you've been telling yourself. You may have friends that support you in that story. That's also really, ooh, that's good, but it's bad. What's wrong? Everybody looks like they're all depressed right now, ready to jump off a bridge. I think I'm so inspired right now. It's like, my God, well, it's ridiculous. You can do everything. There's no reason why you can't do the things you want to do. Last point, because I just think it's a very exciting time. Got it? Can we work on that? You know, as crazy as the business is, and as much as it often, I think, creates its own sort of structure of what we think are limitations, right? You're too old, you're too this, you're not old enough, you're not SAG. All these things that we hear that we then take on to create these prisons of impossibility. To me, what's exciting is we are living. Nobody knows. I keep telling people this. Again, I had a girl who just worked on a set of something really, really well known, and she's like, you know, I cut to set and I realized nobody really knows what they're doing. Nobody knows. Isn't that amazing? That we're all just trying to figure it out. That's the truth. And she was doing this a scene, and like, I don't know, there was a flub or something, and then the director came up and like corrected her and the guy, I think, and then the guy made a comment to the other actor, and the director was like, look, it's not Shakespeare. And I thought, it's so important, you guys, to keep realizing it's not nearly as precious as we've been taught. If you stop holding it at a level that is higher and above you, then you'll start bashing through it. Because it's reachable at your level. See what I'm saying? It's not something to be, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the art and of what we're doing, because, you know, I hold it in high esteem. But I am all about breaking the illusions that it's here and you're here. The truth is everybody's trying to figure it out, and the world has been democratized, thank God. So your way in can be your way in. Some people could still go to a huge agency and get a huge role on a show that takes off, and that's one way. But now there are also 10,000 other ways. So I don't want you to continue that conversation about how hard it is, how you can't, it never, it won't, I don't. Got it? Okay.
Down on the curbside